الإثم والعدوان ومعصية الرسول وتناجوا بالبر والتقوى واتقوا الله الذي إليه تحشرون إنما النجوى من الشيطان ليحزن الذين آمنوا وليس بضارهم شيئا إلا بإذن الله وعلى الله فليتوكل المؤمنون يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قيل لكم تفسحوا في المجالس فافسحوا يفسح الله لكم وإذا قيل انشزوا فانشزوا يرفع الله الذين آمنوا منكم والذين أوتوا العلم درجات والله بما تعملون خبير صدق الله العظيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you, Hamza. The next agenda is singing the national anthem of Indonesia, Indonesia Raya. Ladies and gentlemen, please be raised. Ladies and gentlemen, hoping this conference will run smoothly, let's pray to Allah, the Almighty God. Let's have a solemn prayer that will be led again by Brother Muhammad Hassan. So, Brother Muhammad Hassan, the time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let us together bow our heads, pray to God, so that our activities today are blessed and can run smoothly. For those who are Muslims, let's be together, recite Ummul Kitab Al-Fatihah. A'udhu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Hamdan syakirin, hamdan na'imin, hamdan yu'afi ni'amahu wa yukafi mazidah. Ya Rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhikal karim wa 'azimi sultanik. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, today we would like to hold an event by asking for your blessings and permission. Bless all our steps and values, and make it all worship and the value of knowledge that is useful to us. Ya Allah, Ya Ghafur, you are the most forgiving of all sins. Forgive our sins, the sins of our parents, and the sins of our leaders. Place us and all of them under the protection of your mercy and forgiveness. Ya Allah, Ya Mujib, you are the one who answers prayers. Please accept our prayers and supplication. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now we would like to have a speech that would be addressed by the Vice Dean for Academic Affairs, Technical Faculty, University of Lampung. To Mr. Irzan Sukmana, the time is yours.
Recording in progress.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable, our guest lecturer, Dr. Mohd Riduan Ahmad, the Honorable participant, especially Head of Department, Engineering Department, Faculty of Engineering, University of Lampung, Dr. Khairuddin, and also Dr. Misfa Susanto, the coordinator of this program, all committee, and also all participants. First of all, we would like to thank all of you for joining this program, and also for Dr. Mohd Riduan Ahmad. We have a special greetings in Bandar Lampung. We call it like Tabi Pun, and usually the audience will say Ya Pun. And let's start with this Lampung's greetings. Tabi Pun. So next time if you come to Bandar Lampung physically and offline, we hope we may reserve you in all Lampung quality taste of the food, and also the good place and many places in Bandar Lampung. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we also pray to Allah that this guest lecture and the initiation of Memorandum of Understanding between Faculty of Engineering, University of Lampung, and
Faculty of Engineering, Universiti Teknologi Malacca, UTeM, Malaysia, will be existing in the future. And salawat and salam we give to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ladies and gentlemen, the research and education in engineering, mainly we will talk in electrical engineering today, is growing very fast. Once we receive the message and the reality on the development of the engineering and our society now, it's like pushing us to go forward and develop many devices and technology to support our daily activity. As for example, in 2020, at the beginning of 2020, we have a COVID-19 problem. And it's like changing our capabilities and also our daily activities. From usually we meet in offline, directly, in physical meeting. But now most of the meeting is in the Zoom platform or virtual meeting. We have to use with this, and also this also will affect related to the education and research activity in electrical engineering. As we know, most of the device and technology that support our virtual meeting is initiated by our colleagues, friends, and also lecture from electrical engineering. So we hope this guest lecture will highlight how the education and research in UTeM, and we may learn many things on the development of education and research activity in Malaysia in general, comparing to our country. We know that Malaysia and Indonesia is like a sister country. We living together side by side, and we transfer knowledge. You know, some lecture come from Malaysia, and also some of us may visit Malaysia also. And if we can gather for the development of education and research, of course, it will support us and will give many benefit for us, not only for both countries, but also for the region. And also, we hope that Dr. Mohd Riduan Ahmad may give some example also in terms of education in terms of education in the electrical engineering, mainly for the what is that we call the case-based project and education, and also because in Malaysia it has been developed very fast and solid. We in University of Lampung, we start to implement the education based on project or case-based project. And on behalf of Dean of Faculty of Engineering, I would like to open this guest lecture with Basmalah. officially I open this guest lecture and MoU initiation with term education and research activities in electrical engineering domain at Malacca University, Teknikal, Malaysia. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Those all from me, and I hope all of you will have a fruitful meeting and also knowledge. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So before we continue, Queenie, I think we have opening speech also from Dr. Khairuddin, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I'm so sorry for the mistake. And now we will hear welcoming speech from Dr. Khairuddin. For Dr. Khairuddin, the place, the time is yours.
Well, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
May God bless and have mercy on us all. Good morning, everybody. Well, this is unlikely the schedule. Usually, the head of department first before the vice president to open the program. Well, anyway, thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us this morning. On behalf of the Department of Electrical Engineering and Informatics, I'm very pleased to be able to welcome you all in this international general lecture that we held by our department today. Especially to Dr. Mohd Ahmad from Universiti Teknikal Malaysia, Malacca. Thank you very much for your valuable time. It's nice to meet you today. Well, before we get started, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to all of you who generously arranged this event. Also, let me express my gratitude to Dr. Ilza Sukwana as the Vice Dean of Academic and Cooperation Affairs, who is always ready to support all of our academic activities. Ms. Herlina as Department Secretary, Dr. Nining Purwasi as the Head of Electrical Engineering Study Program, Mr. Mona Arif Muda Batubara as the Head of Informatics Study Program, and especially to Dr. Misfa Susanto as the Head of Electrical Engineering Postgraduate Study Program. Thank you so much, Dr. Misfa, for leading your team to create this international guest lecture. We would not have been here in this inspiring even without you and your team. We didn't have any without you. Again, thank you very much, Dr. Misfa.
Thank you.
In today's lecture, we will listen to the valuable lesson from Dr. Ahmad regarding the education and research activities in electrical and electronic engineering domain at Universiti Teknikal Malaysia, Malacca. Hopefully, we can get a beneficiary from what Dr. Ahmad is going to deliver. I hope that this lecture will help you build in your mind and broaden your knowledge. Well, I do not want to take too much of your time. I need to hand over to Dr. Ahmad. And I would like to say once more on behalf of the Department of Electrical Engineering and Informatics, welcome. It is great to see so many of you here, virtually of course. Happy attending the lecture. May today get blessed and grace. Good luck to you all. Thank you very much for the time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you for the speech, Dr. Khairuddin. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been through the opening ceremony for our conference today. And the next, we are going to the main agenda that will be led by the moderator, Mr. Misfa. For Mr. Misfa, the time is yours.
Right, thank you very much for giving me the time, Master of Ceremony, Queenie. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi. I think the greeting from Malaysia also. Selamat pagi. Right. As M.Sc said, my name is Misfa Susanto. I'm moderating this webinar today with our distinguished speaker from the Teknikal UTeM Universiti Teknikal Malaysia Malacca. With our distinguished speaker is Dr. Riduan Ahmad, Dr. Muhammad Riduan Ahmad. Before we start, I would like to read the curriculum vitae for Dr. Riduan. Can host share or display the short CV, please? Display it on the screen, please. Host. Or can I share? No. All right. While we are waiting for the host to display the short curriculum vitae, I will read it. Dr. Muhammad Riduan Ahmad is a senior lecturer in Computer Engineering Department of Faculty of Electronics and Computer Engineering in Universiti Teknikal Malaysia Malacca. He obtained his Ph.D. from Uppsala University in Sweden, and his postdoctoral training from MIT in America, USA. I think it is very good. University MIT is top 3, I think, in the world for engineering education. And currently he is supervising 11 PhD students and 12 master students. Under his supervision, 3 PhD and 6 master students have graduated successfully. And moreover, he is very active in research activities nationally and internationally. For the time being, he is managing national grants from Ministry of Higher Education, industry grant from Malaysia Communication and Multimedia Commissioner. It is abbreviated with as MCMC, and international grant from Korea Polar Research Institute, or CoPRI, and Universitas Sriwijaya Palembang. It is our neighbor, so it is not not impossible if UTeM also has collaboration with us. And furthermore, he is also active in consultation work with Telecom Malaysia, or UTeM, Research and Development Lightning Group. Since 2014, he has published more than 10 Q1 and Q2 journal papers related with lightning physics and protection, electromagnetic interference, signal processing, and machine learning and wireless communication. It's very good track record from Dr. Riduan, and if I'm not wrong, he got the master degree also from Wollongong University, I think from Australia, isn't it, Dr. Riduan?
Yes, true.
Yeah. So you have lived in 4 continental in the world, except almost all of the continental in the world, isn't it? Except Africa.
Except Africa.
Yeah. Okay. Think that introduction is enough for me, and we are gonna start with Dr. Riduan's speech with the entitled of Education and Research Activities in Electrical and Electronics (EE) Engineering Domain at Universiti Teknikal Malaysia Melaka. And as Dr. Riduan informed, probably his colleagues will join also to present something to make more broad our view about UTeM. So to make it short, the time is now for Dr. Riduan. It's up. Please welcome.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Misfa. Okay, first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Misfa for your invitation.
Okay, after so long time, we didn't see meet because of COVID. Yeah,
Right.
if not because of COVID, I think we will meet during the conference.
Right. Yes.
And before I start my sharing, okay, I will not say lecture. We try to make sharing here so that we can have some possible collaboration later, inshallah. Okay. And before that, I would like to thank the Vice Dean, Dr. Irza Sukmana, and also the Head of Department, Dr. Khairuddin, if I'm not mistaken, right? The Head of Department. Electrical and Informatics Engineering.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you to Dr. Irza and Dr. Khairuddin. Okay, so before I start, I will share my screen. Okay, oh, I cannot share the screen. Can host?
Yes. Please, host can make Dr. Riduan co-host or let him to
can you
share.
make me co-host so I can share the screen?
Yes. All right.
Okay. Okay, now I can.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Can you see the slide?
Yes, it's clear. It's clear.
Okay. So so let's start. Okay. Assalamualaikum and very good morning to all. Okay, so the sharing session this morning basically more on the education and also the research activities in our Universiti Teknikal Malaysia Malacca. And I try to focus on EE domain, means electrical and electronics engineering domains, which include also computers and informatics. Okay, so I see that you are under the departments of informatics also. So we have also computer parts in EE domain. Okay. So as you know, my name is Dr. Riduan Ahmad. Okay, in Malaysia, I think in Indonesia it's not common. In Malaysia, we make it short form for Muhammad, Ph.D. So basically, it's Muhammad. Okay. You can call me Riduan. Okay. And basically, if you see there, that's my lab, our lab. And basically, I'm under certain group, research group. BBNET is a broadband and a working research group. And under center, CeTRI, Center for Telecommunication and Research Innovation in Faculty of Electronics and Computer Engineering. Okay. So for our line today, we try to make it in 1 hour. We will have some introduction to UTeM, to my faculty, and also to some little bit history. Okay, so we will share that, and we will go to education in UTeM. I will share with you the programs that we have for undergraduates and also for the postgraduates. And after that, we go to research. Okay, and I will share with you also our research activity in our lab, basically in my lab. And later after
saya tidak mendapat dukungan ya,
please unmute the
okay. Yeah, that's normal during online lecture, so usually like that. Okay, and then my colleagues, basically three of my colleagues agreed to share their research activity related with biomedical, with 5G activity in Malaysia, and also the IoT. We have collaboration with Samsung. We have an IoT Samsung lab. So for that one, I mean, my colleagues will share for that one. So basically, after this sharing session, we can discuss possible collaboration in many research parts. Okay. Okay, so for your information, UTeM is a young university. It's categorized in young university. The age of our university is around 20 years old, so it's not it's not old university. Okay, and we are focused university. So our focus basically in engineering, IT, and management technology. So not so many. So by that, basically, we have only around 7 to 8 faculties and centers. So not so many. We are very focused. Our campus also is not big, but we have produced good students and good research. Yeah, so by statistics, okay, by 23rd September this year, so we have around 11,000 undergraduate students, around 1,300 postgraduate students, 861 academic staff, and basically we have produced more than 28,000 alumni since year 2000. And we have also many international students, mostly from Middle East, like Iraq, Yemen, Libya, Jordan. So many students from Middle Eastern countries. And this is the map of the main campus in Durian Tunggal, Malacca. So if you see there, the EE domain basically divided into two faculties. First is the Faculty of Engineering, we call FKE, Fakulti Kejuruteraan Elektrik, and another one is Faculty of Electronics and Computer, FKE KK. Okay, so we add KK at the back. So both are located very close, nearby. Okay, and another one is the Chancellery. This is the administration building, hosted like a Vice Chancellor, Deputy Vice Chancellor, and administration. Okay, so we welcome Dr. Misfa and the teams, inshallah, one day to come to UTeM, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Okay, so I don't know whether you did you visit Malacca already?
Not yet.
So, not yet. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's quite close to Dumai, isn't it?
Yes.
Dumai, Riau. Yeah. If we take boat, this takes about 2 hours, isn't it?
Yes. 1.5 hours from Malacca to Dumai. So it's not far. Okay. So Malacca is basically we call World Heritage City by UNESCO, and basically we have many history because of the colonization. On the top left, that's the church built during Dutch invention. Okay? So this is built by Dutch. Okay? At the bottom left is we call it A Famosa building, built by Portuguese. On the right, on the bottom right is mosque. Okay, this is from Malacca time. During that ancient Malacca kingdom. Inherit from Palembang style. If you see the what menara, we call menara. Okay. So, and little bit history about Malacca is basically extension of Sriwijaya Kingdom. Okay, so basically for Malacca, it was established by a Srivijayan prince. I think maybe most of you know. Parameswara. It is very historical fact. Okay, so Parameswara basically a prince from Palembang. So he went to Temasek, now Singapore, and then after Temasek he went to Malacca and then established the kingdom there. Okay, and in 1511 we had a Portuguese invasion, and then in 1641 Dutch, okay, 1824 British. And then Japan, okay, Japan I think also, Indonesia also experienced that. And then Malacca basically got independent from British in 1957 and joined Malaysia as part of the federal state. There's some history of Malacca from Srivijayan time. Okay, so because of the historically important and significant of Malacca, so we have this theme. Okay, it's like visit history. Malacca means visit Malaysia. So if you have come to Malacca, that means you have come to Malaysia because Malacca is the heart of Malaysia. Okay, right. So inshallah one day you should come and visit Malacca.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so now we go in deep on the education and research system in UTeM. Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, the electrical electronics engineering domain in UTeM is divided into two faculties: Faculty of Electrical Engineering (FKE) and Faculty of Electronics and Computer Engineering (FKE). And in these faculties, in both faculties, we have a diploma program and bachelor program. This is for undergraduates. Okay, I think almost the same in Lampung also, like in Universiti also. So for diploma, we have in electrical and electronics. We divided. In some universities in Malaysia, they combine. So they have diploma in electrical and electronics. But in UTeM, we divided into two. Okay, I will show you the subjects the student should take, okay, for this diploma. And for the bachelor, we divided into three. Okay, electrical engineering, electronics engineering, and computer engineering. So the major will be a little bit different in the final year, usually, okay, in the third and fourth year. Okay, we will go to later to see that. Okay, so for the diploma in electrical engineering, so during first year, they will learn the basic subjects like math, science, some programming. Okay, and then later they will go, they will learn the core subjects on basically electrical engineering like controls, the automation, high voltage. So that's basically the main or the core subject for electrical engineering. For electronics engineering, okay, before this, it was 3 years program, but now we compress it to 2.5 years. So the student basically can grad in 2.5 years. And the basic core subject for the electronic engineering is, if you see here, a little bit different because we have like ECAD, logic circuit, PCB design, signal and networks, microcontroller, and more on the electronics part like communication, telecommunication. Okay, so for the electrical engineering part, they don't have this telecommunication, digital system. Okay, so this is more core on the electronics engineering. So if you have any questions, we can do interactive way. So don't need to wait until I finish my presentation. Okay, so we can have the interactive session. Okay, so now we go to Bachelor in Electrical Engineering. Okay, so in Bachelor of Electrical Engineering in FKE, this is typical 4 years program. Okay, and in the first year, mostly the fundamental subjects, math, science, physics, and also the fundamental of electrical circuit, signal system, and some programming. Okay, and then after that, more on the electrical part, high voltage, instrumentation, control, and mechatronics. Okay, so if you see here in FKE, the what I call the core is the power electronics, okay, drive engineering, and also mechatronics. Okay, yeah, so later I will show you in FKE KK for the electronics and computer part. We don't have this mechatronic part. Okay, so we can say the specialization of Bachelor of Electrical Engineering in UTeM is power electronics and mechatronics, and also the high voltage. Like me, basically, I'm doing research in high voltage too, even though in different faculty, but because it is PE domain, so FKE, FKTK, even though two faculties, we are doing cross research. Okay, so for Bachelor of Electronic Engineering with honors, okay, so this is basically the learning journey for 8 semesters full time. Okay, first year basic subjects. Okay, second year also you can say basic subject for electronics. Okay, circuit theory, digital system, microprocessor, analog electronics. Okay. The third year, basically, we start to specialize. Okay, if you see here, we have like communication, electromagnetics, multimedia subject, and also communication principle. So in the third year, basically, the students start to specialize in electronics. And in the fourth year, we given the students 3 majors. So they can choose from these 3 majors, either in industrial electronics, computer engineering, or telecommunication. The telecommunication and wireless comm basically we combine. Okay, so they can choose because wireless comm and telecommunication they are related, so the student can choose between these three. And we have this is a new course, actually new program, Bachelor of Computer Engineering. The first batch still, maybe in the coming semester will be in the third year. So this is a new course, new program. Okay, and this program basically more on the, we can say the focus is on the IoT and also on the semiconductor chips. Okay, so if you see the difference between Bachelor of Computer Engineering and Bachelor of Electronics, okay, the first year basically the same, but the second and third year will be more on the computer parts like database, and also more on the programming like JavaScript. For electronics engineering, they learn only programming C++, only that. And after that, there is nothing more on the programming. But for the Bachelor of Computers, they focus on the more programming like JavaScript, okay, PHP, Python, okay, and also more on the cloud and like advanced TCP/IP. So they will learn more about that. And finally, in the final year, okay, they will focus on three major tracks. Okay, so these three majors are computation intelligence. This is more on the AI and machine learning. Okay, embedded system, more on the computer interfaces, embedded software design, and how the can you hear me?
Oh, yes, now. Yes, I think there is a bit delay, probably. Yes, now it's okay. I think it's clear. Now it's clear.
Now it's clear. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so so for the system on chip, based on the analog integrated circuit, okay, this is integrated IC. Okay, and then the student will focus more on the advanced IC and also the mixed signal design. Okay. So for the Bachelor of Computer Engineering, okay, these are the three majors for the students. Okay, and this especially the first and the second one, computation intelligence and embedded system. These two are very important for IoT. So we know nowadays IoT is a big we call big name, okay, big focus. So this part is very important. So that's why our faculty management designed this new course. Hopefully, the first batch, hopefully they will acquire important skills for IoT, inshallah. Okay, so I will share with you the guidelines. So this is from the UTeM website for the international students. So if you want to enter UTeM from high school, okay, they call it higher secondary school certificate, because we follow the British system. So the equivalent for our British system is GCE level, based on UK examination system. Okay, but I think in Indonesia you are following the Dutch system, really a little bit different. Okay. But the important thing is the high school certificate must be recognized by our, we call MQA, Malaysian Qualification Agency. Okay. And then also they have some minimum grades that the student should achieve, especially for engineering program. So I think the same in Indonesia. In Malaysia, for engineering program, the requirement for from high school is a little bit higher, so compared to other courses. And also the language requirement. Okay, the student can choose from either TOEFL, the American English, or the IELTS, the British English. Okay, and then they should reach certain minimum level. And the fee, this is for bachelor program, and the fee is quite for in UTeM. is quite low, okay, compared to other universities in Malaysia. Okay. I took this from a little website. So like if you see here, for the first year it's around 13,000 ringgit. Okay, 14,000 ringgit. I'm not sure how much in rupiah. Okay. And then every year it will be like around 13,000 ringgit every year. Okay. So this is annual fee. Annual fee. All right. Okay, so that's for the case of undergraduate program that we have in Malaysia, in UTeM basically. But we can generalize to other universities also in Malaysia. It's almost the same. For diploma, it can be electrical, electronics, or combined. For bachelor also, we have Bachelor of Electronics, Bachelor of Electrical. In some university, they combine Bachelor of Electrical and Electronics. So it depends on the how you plan it, how you formulate it. Okay, but it is basically almost the same in Malaysia. So now we discuss about the postgraduate courses in UTeM. Okay, first we will see in FE, in electrical faculty. So I mean, from here you can see they have Ph.D, Doctor of Philosophy. Doctor of Engineering is basically for industry. So we have we call a D-Eng. Okay? So like if you are working in industry, you can do Ph.D. Like it can be full-time or part-time. Okay? And your project is different from Ph.D. Okay? This is quite unique. So your Ph.D. will be more on the practical. Okay, more on the maybe your testing in your industry lab, or more on your project, your ongoing project for commercialization. Okay, that can be considered as contribution for your D-Eng, okay, Doctor of Engineering. Okay, for the PhD, it is focused more on the fundamental part, as we know. Okay, so it's a little bit different, but we appreciate someone from industry with industry experience and background, so they can get their D-Eng by doing industry project. In FKE, okay, if you see here, they have masters in electrical engineering. As I said before, mechatronics. So in FKE, their focus is more on the mechatronics part. Okay, and also they have a short course program in master in industrial power, and also the research base. Okay, electrical engineering and mechatronics. Okay, in electronics and computer engineering faculty, we have a short course. This is 1 year short course. We are modeling it following British system. Okay. So this is 1 year program, Master of Electronic Engineering in Telecommunication, in Computer Engineering in Electronic System. Okay, this is 1 year program. Also, we have double degree master program. For this part, I don't have any idea because I never encountered this part. Maybe this is new program, double degree master. Okay. And for the research part, okay, we have PhD, we have also D-Eng for industry, and Master of Science in Electronic Engineering. This is research. Okay, so research can be the topic can be diverse. You can do anything cross faculty also. It doesn't matter. Okay, and then we park all the research for the master under electronic engineering. Okay, and then also we have offshore program part-time. Okay, and the classes, the lectures conducted during the weekend only. Okay, this is quite good for industries and maybe international students. Okay. All right. So for degree, okay, I will not go detail on this. Basically, and also the same requirement for degree. Some credits in some subjects, especially the science subjects, and also the language. Okay, the language in TOEFL or IELTS. Okay, so any questions on the education part before we go for research?
Right. Okay. Is there anyone who has question for the for education system in UTeM? Please raise your hand or just unmute your microphone, please. From me, it is, I think it's quite interesting. You have so many program. Bachelor, I would like to know about what is it? Diploma? Is this 3 years education or something for the diploma?
For diploma, go back. Okay.
Diploma,
So,
yeah, you have diploma program. Is it?
yes.
Oh, is it not same as undergraduate or bachelor degree?
Okay. So diploma is different. So after high school, okay, it's like students with good results usually will go to matriculation, 1
All
year
right.
matriculation, and then they can enter degree directly. But
Okay.
some students with not, I mean, the requirement, they don't reach the minimum requirement. So after the high school, they can go for diploma first.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but for diploma, it's only like 2 to 3 years. In our
Right.
faculty, it is 2.5 because it is engineering diploma.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's quite similar to UK system, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. In our country also we have that diploma program. Is but it is more practical than program in university. We have 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and 4 years. And yeah, 4 years mean quite similar level with the undergraduate degree from university.
Oh.
And yeah.
So
is there
what's
anyone?
the difference between so like in Indonesia, diploma is equivalent to bachelor. It's like that.
For 4 years, we have education 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years and 4 years education in diploma. Normally it come from polytechnic. Normally it come from polytechnic. We have 3 in polytechnic. Normally they provide 3 years diploma and 4 years. 4 years is 4 years same as undergraduate level from university, but they have curriculum with more practice, more practical work.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there anyone who has question? And also, I'm Nusapati. Yeah, before I let Nusapati to us, we would like to inform the participant that we have a door prize for 3 top best person to have a question. So we will let 3 people at the end. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll let Nusapati first to ask to have a question. Please unmute the microphone for Nusapati. Yeah, I think it's already.
First, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Nusapati Nusantara. I am the student in University of Lampung. So my question is it possible we are in bachelor and diploma in UTeM graduate in 8th semester and 6th semester? Because in electro have a lot of practice and courses. Is it possible to graduate in 8th semester and 6th semester, bachelor and diploma?
Yeah, the question is probably it is possible for the student to graduate on time according to the curriculum, 3 years or 4 years. I think, yeah, Dr. Riduan can.
Okay, so far, I think for diploma program, almost everyone graduate on time. Almost everyone. maybe some minor cases, maybe 1 or 2 students because of some problems, maybe family problems or yeah. So, but mostly I can say 99% graduated on time, 2.5 to 3 years for diploma. Okay, so for bachelor, more than 90% graduated on time, 4 years. Another 10% usually because of they need to repeat the papers, especially for killing subjects like electromagnetics, like some analogs, advanced analogs. So yeah, for that subject, they need to some students because they fail, so they will extend to 5 years. Yeah, but that is around 10% only.
Right. So if a student fail for one subject, they need to resit the next year. All right. That's the problem also in our university. Right. Yeah, the common problem. Right, Nusapati, is it clear for you?
Yes, thank you for the answer, sir.
All right. Next is with Novan or Rosalindo first. Rosalindo, I think. Yeah, Rosalindo. Please.
Yes, thank you for allowing me. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rosalindo Putra Pratama. I'm from Rabu of Sumatera, Indonesia. My question is, at UTeM, what achievements have to gain a global? Thank you.
Can you repeat the question, please? Yeah. Make it slowly because I think your microphone has some bit of problem. Can you repeat, please, the question?
At UTeM, what achievements have gone to global?
What? It's not clear. Can you write on the chat room or something? Can you read? All right. Yeah. For time being, I'll let Novan first. Yes. Please, Novan can unmute.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Noven. I'm from University of Lampung. My question is, does Malacca University conduct student exchange on and where is take place?
Student exchange, about student exchange. Can UTeM provide the student exchange?
Okay, so thank you, Noven. Okay, so we have mobility programs with many universities, international universities. So far in Indonesia, we have MoU with Universitas Sriwijaya, UNSI, and also Universitas Andalas, Yunan. Okay, so we had before COVID, we had exchange. Also, students come to Malacca, and then students from UTeM went to Palembang. Okay, and yeah, and because of COVID, we are still in the program. We do online mobility program.
Right.
Three universities, UTeM, UNSRI, and Andalas.
Andalas.
So, but after COVID, inshallah, we will have we call offline visit, so physical visit. Yeah. So we have that. Yeah, on site.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, we have that.
All right. How about credit transfer for the student exchange? Is it provided by agreement or something?
Yes. So like our experience with UNSRI, we need to sign the MoU. Okay, so in the MoU, basically we have the agreement for the credit transfer.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So we did with UNSRI before. So you can for one semester you can do I think maybe 12 credits or something like that. So I need to check, but we can do that.
Right. All right. Okay, that's good. And all right, is it enough, Novan? Answer the question.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I come back. I am I go back to the Rosalindo question. At UTeM, what achievements have gone globally? Oh, I mean, yeah, what is the most achievement in come from UTeM, I think. Yeah, the question.
So globally, we have several, but I don't remember others faculties. But okay, for our research, we collaborate with Korean Research Polar Institute called CoPRI in doing lightning electromagnetic. We develop electromagnetic sensor to detect lightning electric field, and then the Korean government, they gave us funding, like grant. So we went to Antarctica to place our sensor and then doing measurement, and then we tried to relate the measurement with the global warming. Yeah, so that's one of the international recognition to UTeM for our group. Yeah. But for others,
I think microphone is unmute. It's mute, right?
Okay, can you hear me on?
Yes.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Yeah. All right. It's okay. Yeah, I think it's quite good, because if Rosalindo noticed the presentation from Dr. Riduan, this UTeM is quite young university. 2000 founded 2000 December 2000, and now I think it's quite aggressive from at UTeM to make recognition. Right. Okay. It is. I hope Rosalindo answered the question. Is it? Is enough to answer? Yeah.
So we continue for the research part.
Yes. We have one. Please save your question, Destalia.
Yes.
Save question for next session.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we go to.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Unita Putri. My question is, in the field of computer engineering with honors, there is an IoT project. What is an example? What is an example, sir?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, about IoT project. What the example of IoT project?
Oh, IoT project. Okay. So in UTeM, later one of my colleagues, Dr. Sani Irwan, will share about IoT Samsung Lab. So we have a very good partnership with Samsung in Malaysia. They sponsored one lab on IoT. So we have, based on my knowledge, but Dr. Sani has basically managed that. So he knows very well about that. But from what I know, we train students on using Raspberry Pi that connected to the cloud. And also we have smart farming project on that we control using the IoT system and cloud. Okay, but I think Dr. Sani will explain more about that. So we have many actually IoT projects in our faculty. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Riduan. And please continue with your sharing.
Okay. Thank you for the question. Very good question. Okay, so next session. Okay, so this video is from our university. Okay, about research. Okay. Okay, so that's basically we call Center of Excellence in UTeM. We have 6 Center of Excellence that covers from mechanical and manufacturing part. That's basically support other COE in electrical, electronics, computer, IT, and also the we call entrepreneurship, the business and commercialization. So in our university, basically these all 6 COE supporting each other, and our focus, our goal is to provide solution to industry and also to the society. Okay, so it's complete solution. Okay, yeah. So that's basically some brief introduction to our research in UTeM. Yeah, and for the EE domain, basically falls under COE. If you recall the CeTRI. CeTRI is more on the electrical part, instrumentation, control, mechatronics, and CeTRI, Center for Telecommunication Research, more on the electronics, telecommunication, wireless comm, and computer engineering. Okay, so these 2 COE basically cover the EE domain in UTeM. Okay. So in UTeM, the research is under the Office of Deputy Vice Chancellor Research, Prof. Dr. Ghazali Omar, but now also Dr. Prof. Ghazali is the Vice Chancellor, acting Vice Chancellor, while we waiting for the new Vice Chancellor. And under the responsibility of his office, we have the UCC, Commercialization Center. Okay, we have the Edu Tourism Center, the Research Management Center, and also this we got Advanced Manufacturing Center. Okay. So after some briefing on the research in UTeM, so I will go to my group. Okay, I will share with you our research activity in my group. Okay, so we call our group Thor Lab. Okay, Thor from the Swedish god. Okay, I think all of you know the movie. Okay, Ragnarok. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I live almost 5 years in Sweden. So Thor is basically one of the, we call it the gods, and also the day. The Thursday, they call it Tushta. It's that means the day of the Thor god, okay? In Swedish. Okay, so based on that inspiration, I named my group Thor. And this basically the visit of our Vice Chancellor to our lab, January 2020. Okay. I didn't, basically I was away during this time to Antarctica during this time. So basically my students entertained our Dean and our Vice Chancellor. Okay, so for our lab facility, we have, so I want to share this. So if we have, we can have like a possible collaboration letter. Okay? So we can identify based on our facility and also our strength. So we can initiate the collaboration and an MoU after this. So in our lab, basically we have the real-time low frequency, the LF lightning detection. But this LF system is not for lightning only. We can use for any kind of system. Okay, but for the time being, we use this LF sensor for lightning. We have also VHF sensor for lightning, microwave sensor. So we designed the microwave, we designed the antenna, the low noise amplifier, and the bandpass filter by ourselves in our lab with collaboration with microwave lab. In the video, if you see, we have the anechoic chamber. So we have the anechoic chamber, and we have the testing facility like vector network analyzer, spectrum analyzer. So it's quite complete. So we can fabricate everything by ourselves in UTeM. Okay? We have also the mapping system. So this mapping system based on the signal processing and machine learning. I will show later my students work on this, on the signal processing and machine learning. We have also the magnetic field sensor. This basically the collaboration with our Chinese partner from Chinese Academy of Science in China, from Lampung. And we have also the commercial lightning system. They call it Voltec, okay, and electric field meter. This is from Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia, National University in Selangor, close to Kuala Lumpur. Yes. And Alhamdulillah, our group has published more than 10 Q1, Q2 papers. Okay, this is since the establishment of our group around 2014. Okay, we established our group around that time. Okay. And also for the innovation, we participated and we won some golds and some silver. Okay, and so far for our lab, we have strong collaboration with CoPRI, the Korean, China, Indonesia with UNSRI, okay, with MIT, with Japan, Osaka University, and also national collaborators, our national collaborators, UTeM, UTeM, UNIMED, UNT. This is more on the like, we always did measurement campaign. So during the measurement campaign, many national university will join. So it's a collaborative work nationally. Okay, and also for, we have collaboration with industry, with MTSB. This is one company under the Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commissioner, MCMC. Also with Telecom R&D, and also one industry, KS. So this is like a joint grant application to the government on commercialization. Okay. All right, so I want to share with you our international project that we have currently. I mean, we are still doing it. So we have, this is the Antarctica Project. So Alhamdulillah, our group managed to get funding almost 50,000 ringgit, around $15,000 USD dollars from Korean government. So they provide everything, logistics, cost of maintenance, everything to us. So I went to the Antarctica Peninsula, okay, and then we set up our sensor there. And but this is a collaboration project with many universities, with China, also nationally with UTeM and CoPRI. Okay, some pictures because I stayed there for 1 month. So during free time, I went around and take pictures. Okay, so they have many penguins. Okay, so the top left. Okay, basically we call like ice, very thick. Okay, and sea lion also on the top left, and also on the bottom left, the sea lion. Okay? And the penguins, they are quite shy. Okay, you have to go very slowly to take picture. If not, they run away. Okay, and then I also want to share our international project with China on the trigger lining. Okay, so basically we want to test our microwave antenna system. We designed it. So this is in 2019. I went there, I brought the antenna, everything inside my luggage. Okay. Alhamdulillah, nothing happened at the immigration. And we install our microwave sensor here. And then this is example of trigger lightning. Okay, you see, basically trigger lightning is we shoot rocket. Okay, then we with the intention to initiate lightning. So basically we control where the lightning strikes. Okay, so it's quite safe procedure. Okay. I will show you again. Okay. So this trigger lightning is like open lab control environment. Okay. So there are many studies on this, on lightning protection, the interference from lightning to the wind turbine, to the telecommunication line, to the transmission line for the power. Okay, and also we want to study the effect of lightning interference to 4G networks. Okay, I will show you one of these projects. And the third international project is basically we managed to get grant from UNSRI. They provide international grant around 30,000 ringgit for 2 years. Okay, still, I mean, it's going to finish soon. So we're using that grant for also for mobility, but for mobility is different, but this is for like research mobility. So the student can come stay like 1 month doing fabrication, learning in UTeM. Our students went to UNSRI. Okay, so we have also joined workshop. Like this also we use the grant for WiMAX workshop with Fasilcom in UNSRI. Okay, yeah, so it's more on the wireless communication. Okay. Yeah. I think Dr. Abu also is in the during this session. Okay, I invited him also. And this is our latest project. We just got it. We just started in April. This project from MCMC. This is industry project related with we study the indirect interference from lightning. So like let's say lightning happens like 10 kilometers away, but the electromagnetic interference to the wireless communication can be severe also. So we have preliminary results. So we want to understand basically how strong basically the interference from lightning will be to the 4G links. Okay? So for the initial setup, we will focus for the 4G. But inshallah next year we are partnering with one of the telco companies in Malaysia, Mobile. So they want us to test on the inshallah 5G inshallah later next year. Okay, this is the setup for the 4G antenna system. Okay, and then the setup for the low frequency system. Okay, so we measure. We have the meteorological radar data. We have the electric field. The one that you see, the blue, red, and green are the electric fields. Okay, at different frequencies, low frequency, the share frequency, and microwave frequency that we capture. And also we transmit packet transmission using TCP and UDP protocols. Okay, so during lightning, you keep transmitting, then we see how many, like, we measure the throughput, the error rate, okay, and also the latency when we have lightning. Okay, this is some flow chart done by my student. Okay. Inshallah, next year we will have a strong result for this. Okay. And basically, as some introduction to the research. So nowadays, we cannot do research only for one part. Okay. So before this, we have like the research and innovation model has triple helix, quadruple helix, and now we are going towards quintuple helix. So you have 5 components. Okay. So we cannot do research only on the academia part, or we just get grant from government for academia and government. We should involve. We should include also the industry, the society, okay, and also the environment. Okay, so by this basically with our Antarctica project with the CoPRI, with the Korean government, okay, we get input from industry and also the environment in terms of the global warming impact, climate change impact, okay, and how basically our study can impact the policy maker, okay, in terms of climate change. Okay, so like also in our government now, like the Ministry of Science and Innovation, they are focusing on how to either solve the global warming problem, the climate change problem, or how we embrace, how basically we prepare ourselves for the impacts from the global warming. Okay, so this is the important aspect of research now. Okay, so we cannot be alone. We need to collaborate, and then we need to include also other parties, environment, society, industry. Okay, in our research. Okay. So okay, some intro to lightning to Antarctica. So Antarctica getting hot. Okay, it's getting hotter and hotter. Last year, there was one record, 18.3 degrees. Okay, it's quite hot now. Okay, usually below than zero, but now in Antarctica, the ice melting. Okay, so this will impact especially our region, tropical region. I read one report, like Jakarta, basically 2/3 of Jakarta will be underwater in 2050. Okay, so especially for Indonesian, because you are the islands country, so that the global warming will affect your country more severe compared to other countries. Okay, and then okay, I want to share also with this is slides from other talks. Okay, but I want to share a little bit. Okay, so some analysis we did, okay, in characterization, in mapping, in analysis. Okay, not too much on this. Okay, then we publish this is in Q1, and also we did some signal processing. This is wavelet transform the time frequency domain. Okay, some statistical. Okay, we publish in EPSR, Electrical Power System Research. Okay, some publication also the electromagnetic field. Okay, and this is okay, our group also, because my background is wireless comm. For my master's in Australia in UC Wollongong, basically I design a MAC protocol. Okay, so I still maintain that because that's quite interesting topic, the Wi-Fi, the MAC protocol, the MIMO protocol, performing. Okay, so that's still what got in my heart. So so one or two of my students, they are still doing this project, okay, on MAC protocols, also some signal processing and machine learning. Okay, so for this we publish in ICT Access. Okay, about the we try to improve the hands over between mobile comm and Wi-Fi, okay, for this part. Okay, some analysis. Okay. And also this is for lightning part. We publish the electromagnetic radiation from lightning. Okay, this one in last year in Q1, we explore the use of Kalman filter and the wavelet transform in lightning mapping. Okay, so we combine two disciplines, lightning and signal processing. Okay, so this is from lightning, the electric field from lightning, and basically we after the mapping, after the signal processing, okay, we can get the location of the lightning inside the cloud. Okay. This example, I want to show you the example of how we can do the multidisciplinary research and interdisciplinary research, okay, by combining with different applications. And this is published, this is a review paper published last year, lightning mapping. Okay, so one, and this is related with the Antarctica project. I explore also some like this is more on the electromagnetics and Antarctica. And also this is more on lightning in GRL, Geophysical Research Letter, both Q1, one last year and another one this year. And this just published last week in Applied Science and DPI. Okay, so we try to integrate the PSO, particle swarm optimization. PSO is quite old. Okay, like 20 years ago when I finished my degree, my bachelor, we designed using PSO already, but still PSO is quite useful until now. So we integrate the wavelet transform with the PSO to see whether we can get improvement in linear mapping. Okay, and then lastly, we publish also in GESR, request from basically Dr. Misfa. And this is very important now because in Malaysia, for our ranking, we have MyRA. Okay, we call MyRA. It's a Malaysian University ranking. And in the ranking, the requirement is, besides the impact factor journal, you have to publish also in non-index and also in some we call we have also our general ranking. Okay, so inshallah, I'm planning to send another paper, inshallah, to GSR.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And this result also is very important. Because it's like this, if you publish to high impact journal, it's difficult to replicate, to share with other people because it's you have to pay. But by a non-index journal like JSR, you can share this freely. So the result is good, but yeah, so you understand the dilemma with high impact journal and non-index journal. Okay, but we're planning to send another paper, inshallah, this year.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, and then so we have, as I mentioned before, we have collaboration with UTeM already. In fact, actually, I met Dr. Misfa in conference organized by UTeM, I think, that time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So in UTeM, we want to collaborate more because we believe that two heads is better than one head. 3 heads is better than 2 heads. So if we have more heads, we have more brains, we have more collaborations, that will be better for us. Okay. Okay, so inshallah, and this is basically the poster between UTeM, UNSI and Yunan. Okay, we still conduct this online, and it will be ended in 26 this Sunday, inshallah. Okay, so inshallah, we are looking forward to have to establish MoU with Lampung, Universitas Lampung, and then inshallah next year we can have student exchange and also collaboration, grant application together, inshallah. Okay, so and okay, so basically I'm done with my presentation, but I want to give the floor to my colleagues. Okay, we will have 3 lecturers from UTeM. As I mentioned before, Dr. Sani Irwan, he will basically share with you about the IoT projects, okay, and also the IoT Samsung lab that we have in our faculty. Dr. Badaria wants to share her research in biomedical research, and Dr. Imran, basically I invited him to talk about 5G activity. Okay, like he will explain about the journey of 5G implementation in Malaysia. He has a good basically track record in 5G activity. Okay, so by that, basically, I'm finished. Okay, so we want to have Q&A first, or we just proceed? How Dr. Misfa?
Yeah, it's now is we have question and answer, or your college will share.
Okay, I see.
No, I think Dr. Irfan.
Irfan?
Is he already in?
Okay, sir. I want to introduce myself.
Okay.
My name is Irfan Mirda from Lampung University. I have a question, and first question is, how do UTeM organize learning during a pandemic now? And second question is, how UTeM build many projects, and are college students invited to collaborate with the project, sir? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the questions, Dr. Irfan. Okay.
Yeah.
Regarding the first question, so far starting from March 2020, so we are doing online class, and also the challenges come with the online class. Okay, so you have many challenges like some students also do not have a good internet connection.
Yes.
Okay, in villages, especially the remote area, the students in remote villages. Okay, we have that problem also. So we try to reduce the burden, okay, by providing like counseling, not only to students but also to lecturers. So we have a certain like a counseling session, okay, to lecturers and also to students. And so we try to make sure like there's a keep like reminder for lecturers, like try to reduce the burden of your students. Okay, so we need to be tolerant during this pandemic. So yeah, everything online. And we know this is not because we want it, but because of what has been destined to us. Okay, stuck there. So it's difficult for us to avoid it. Okay, so the most important thing during this challenge is we try to survive, try to try to do what we can do to achieve the target, inshallah. So that's what we did, what we are doing now, and inshallah, basically we are opening university for some students now. By 15 October, some students will come back to UTeM. Yeah, so there's some time frame. So inshallah, next year inshallah we will back to normal face-to-face class and lab session and teaching session.
Yeah.
And for the second question,
research.
I forgot.
Yeah, research. How do you manage your research also during this pandemic? I think the question is there. Yeah.
Okay, so that's also another challenge. Okay, but it's like this. Okay, because in research you have three components. Okay, it's either modeling only, or simulation only, or experimentation only, or combination. Okay.
Yeah.
For the one with modeling and simulation, basically there is no big problem because you can do at home. Okay, but for the experimentation, that will be a big problem. Okay, so what for our group, we have experimentation and also some simulation. Okay, so what we did basically we try to request from the dean to enter the campus to conduct the measurement. Okay, so we try to do what we can to get the project continue. Okay, because but also we know like because of the pandemic. Okay, so we cannot put the high expectation for the target. Okay, so frankly speaking, okay, honestly speaking, most of my targets for last year and this year, okay, we do not achieve it. So that's the reality. So yeah, okay, I think that
Yes. Is that Irfan? Does it answer your question, Irfan? Irfan Mirda?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay.
If I'm not wrong, Dr. Riduan, your college will share something. And I think we have one person who has question last one for your session. Is it?
Okay. So we can start now. Okay. So Dr. Sani, can you? Okay, I will stop the sharing now.
Dr. Sani, yes. Dr. Sani,
Dr. Sani, can you start now? Dr. Sani,
Sani.
Hello, hi, hello.
Okay.
Yeah, please host to make Dr. Sani to be co-host with the guest UTeM Sani. The account name is guest UTeM Sani. Who is the host? Please make.
Okay.
Yes, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Can everybody hear me? All right.
Yeah, it's clear, Dr. Sani.
Okay,
It's
good.
clear.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, thank you for everyone for having me on this session. Okay. My name is Sani Salim. I am from Faculty of Electronics and Computer Engineering, FKKK, UTeM Malacca. So for today, I would about ST IoT Lab, ST Microelectronics IoT Lab, which is located in FKKK in our faculty. Okay. The lab is actually a collaborative effort between ST Microelectronics Malaysia and Universiti Teknikal Malaysia Malacca that focus on developing IoT application based on STM32 technology. Okay, the lab is located and operated in Faculty of Electronic and Computer Engineering here in Malacca as well. And the lab is focusing on the STM32 technology, which is provided by the company called ST Microelectronics. For those who are unaware of this, ST Microelectronics is the semiconductor manufacturer, IC manufacturers of microprocessors and microcontrollers, and widely adopted in various applications like automotive, industrial applications, and networking, and so on. Okay, so the lab was initiated as part of a MoU program inked between ST Microelectronics and UTeM in 2018. All right, so it's more or less around 2-3 years old. ST Microelectronics also provide the necessary infrastructure and development board, while UTeM would provide the technical expertise in designing and developing IoT, Internet of Things applications. So the ST IoT Lab also involved in several projects directly with the ST Microelectronics plant site in Muar, Johor. So the plant is located about 45 minutes drive from our campus in Malacca. So it's a different state, but very near in locations. Okay. So we also conducted trainings and workshops specifically on the STM32 microcontroller application to the publics, including teachers, students, and also engineers as well. So another thing about ST IoT Lab activities, we are organizing our annual competition, innovation competition program, which involves students aged around 13 to 17 years old in designing and programming the STM32 microcontrollers. So they will design and develop the projects, and they present their projects in the form of exhibition and competitions. Okay. So first of all, why ST? Why ST Microelectronics? Maybe some of you are wondering, because in the world of microcontroller, everybody will talk about Arduino. Yes, Arduino is very popular, right? So based on the recent data, okay, so the ST Microelectronics ranked number 2 in the market capitalization for general purpose microcontroller. It's number 2. Number 1 is microchip. They have very expensive portfolios that cater multiple applications such as AI, artificial intelligence, ultra low power, and also wireless connectivity. So they have also various development tools that are compatible with their boards, meaning the software, we can use several types of software that can be programmed and debugged using their hardware. So with regard to the SE IoT labs, so our current activities include education and training mainly, and we are organizing innovation competitions and also assisting in product development with STM32 as the core technology. We also, regarding the academic curriculum, that's one that mentioned by Dr. Riduan previously, specifically on the Bachelor of Engineering for Computer Engineering, we are adopting the STM32 in streamlining, maybe synchronizing, or several subjects, which is listed here, including microprocessors, computer architecture, embedded system design, operating system for that matter, related to microcontroller and microprocessor technology, to adopt the STM32 technology in their curriculums. In terms of development boards, we are grateful that ST Microelectronics company to supply the lab with a wide range of STM32 boards. So including the versatile Nucleo F401RE, the one at the top, the white color board is a very versatile medium range board. We also have the Wi-Fi integrated IoT node, okay, suitable for IoT applications. And also we have the miniature, the small part for sensor tile, which is also compatible for machine learning. On the software side, if you can see in the slide, the ST IoT Lab utilized the STM32Cube IDE in conjunction with another compatible programming environment. So we also utilize other types of software or IDE, we call it, as such as ARM Embed. We have Visual Studio Code. Even we also implement MATLAB program and then deploy the program towards the STM32 boards, meaning the student will create the software inside MATLAB, simulating all the stuff, and then it will be deployed the algorithm back to the hardware using the STM32 board. For IoT, specifically, we also provide workable integration with IoT platforms such as Blink IoT, Favorian, our local middleware, and also ThinkSpeak, again related to MATLAB. So listed down is the selected past year titles, meaning selected projects that have been implemented by students. This is, I believe, is diploma degree students, I think. The wide range of application that can use STM32 as a part of the IoT projects. But for example, they have performed automatic irrigation system, development of automatic light and fan, also IoT-based home post box system. So if you can see on the title, there are also Arduino parts of things, meaning that they other than STM32, students also have the what we call options to either use Arduino, but our focus for the ST IoT Lab will be the STM32 technologies. So this is a few examples that have been done by our students, diploma students in Faculty of Electronics and Computer Engineering. So for research part, for project collaborations, our current project direction is focusing on the AI on the edge. AI meaning artificial intelligence, such as neural network, machine learning on the edge, meaning it's implemented on the STM32 board instead of offloaded using cloud or any other server. So we're performing AI on the edge. We're also focusing on the wireless connectivity, especially supporting LoRa and Sigfox, and also certain applications on ultra low power. Nevertheless, we also open to other areas that the STM32 ecosystem can support those types of applications. Okay, a very short one, and that is all for me. For any further inquiries, do email me at sunny@utem.edu.my, and hopefully we can collaborate in the future, of course. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sunny, to have time for sharing with us about your work. I am exciting that Dr. Riduan invited you as well here. Thank you very much for your time. And I think the question and answer for Dr. Riduan and Dr. Sunny, if anyone who has question.
Dr. Misfa,
yes.
We have another 2 short sharing.
All right, yeah, 3. You have 3 invited. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sunny, for short sharing. Okay, so if possible, can you stay during the MoU discussion after this?
Yes. Yeah, 30 minutes at the end.
Okay. So now.
Yeah, who is the second?
Okay, the second one is Dr. Badaria.
Dr. Badaria, right? All right.
Dr. Badaria, where are you?
Yes, I'm here.
Right. Please host make Dr. Badaria to be co-host. Yeah. Dr. Nur Badaria Hasan.
Okay. All right. Can you see my screen?
Okay.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm Nur Badaria. So you guys can call me Badaria. So basically, I will share about the medical perspective. So here actually I apply the microwave technology, okay, which is the signal to biomedical application. Okay, so this is my thesis actually, FAT-IBC, a new paradigm for intra-body communication. So I'm under microwave research group, okay, also under the Center for Telecommunication and Research Innovation under Faculty of Electronic and Computer Engineering. So what is actually FAT-IBC? So maybe never know about FAT-IBC. Maybe perhaps already heard about IBC. So this is the thesis. So if you want to know more about FAT-IBC, so you can scan this barcode in order to get thesis online. Okay, so let's go through straight away to the research background. All right, so here there are 4 categories, right? So we have overweight and obesity, elderly people, non-communicable diseases, and also athlete. They have 4 categories that maybe you think that they are not related, but they actually they have something in common. So what are they actually? So we go to the first, overweight and obese. All right, so statistics shows that 1/3 of adults, they are obese. And if you have obesity, meaning that you have, major risk, okay, major risk of chronic diseases such as diabetes, okay, cardiovascular diseases, cancers, and etc. And how about the elderly people? Have you heard about syndrome that called multiple organ dysfunction syndrome? So this is actually caused by aging. So when you get older, so this common sequence of failure in organs such as lung, heart, kidney, and also liver, they will come together when for the elderly people. And then about non-communicable diseases. What is non-communicable diseases? Some diseases that cannot pass to one person from one person. So maybe it's already there. For example, if you have heart problem, so they will have some sort of multiple chronic diseases. Okay, so including heart, also stroke, cancer, diabetes, and also lung diseases. So this is for non-communicable diseases. And also nowadays, right? So we come about the athlete, which is us as a normal person, right? So we are actively participate in a sport, for example. So we need to have something that can monitor our health. And nowadays we can monitor our heart rate, oxygen level, and etc. at the same time. Okay, so when we talk about the implanted antennas, so here is actually is not because here is already in Sweden, especially they already started to implant microchip under the skin. So I think almost more than 3,000 people in Sweden, they already implanted in order to access their home, gym, office, and etc. So here is actually one of the application that already applied in Sweden. So what are the common between them? of course, they need to have a multiple implanted devices. When you have multiple chronic diseases, of course, you need something that can link one diseases to one diseases. Okay, and another thing is you will need to have a continuous health monitoring. So here, when you have chronic diseases, of course, you need to know your condition, maybe not every day, but maybe 2 days, 2 days a week or 3 days a week, right? So you need to have continuous health monitoring in order to prevent those diseases even worse. So in order to get those multiple implanted and also continuous health monitoring why we need to have that? Because if we detect the diseases earlier, then we can save lives, right? So that is actually the concept why we need to have a reliable in terms of communication in our body, human itself. Okay, so when we talk about fat IBC, so we need to know what is actually IBC. So IBC is an intra-body communication. Okay, it's a short range, meaning that we are actually communicate in our body, and also we use the human body as your transmission medium. Nowadays, we have already galvanic coupling, capacitive coupling, and also RF link. There are many techniques, okay? And also the transmitter location, you will have the antennas on the surface, inside the body, and also you need, you have antenna implanted in body or also coupled out to the on body. Okay, so this is fat intra-body concept. So if you know that our body will have a layer of skin, fat, and muscle, right? So in this technique, we use fat tissue as a communication medium, and we place all the senses inside the fat tissue in order to communicate. So meaning that if you have the lung diseases and also the liver, for example, you can link those two organs in order to know what is the condition of your body. Okay, and also for the state of art, here the red solid line is my study, my research. So here is the existing technique that has been done by many researchers. So they are using the galvanic coupling, capacitive coupling, and also RF. So RF will have a beneficial in terms of bandwidth and data rate, how many data rate can we spend, how big is the bandwidth, right? So that is the advantages of using RF. However, they have a very high loss because of the loss in the skin, on the muscle, right, and also the organ, because the dielectric properties of our organ is very, very high compared then to the fat. So that's why if we use fat as a communication medium, we can have a very low loss in terms of communication compared to the muscle. So this is my studies. So here is a study for the 2 gigahertz, 2.4 and 5.8 gigahertz. So this is very low loss compared than the recent study by Fang. Okay, this is the comparison basically for the fat transmission and the muscle transmission. When you have 2 port here, transmitter and receiver, right? So we have a channel between point A and point B, and then we record down the magnitude, the transmission coefficient. So we can see here, this is the transmission coefficient of the tissue, and this is for the muscle. So we can say that muscle have 3 times attenuation compared to the fat. For example, at 2 gigahertz, we can get minus 30 decibel for the transmission, but for the muscle, we have minus 94, which is huge difference between the fat and the muscle. So this is actually the niche, the specialty of the fat IBC compared to other technology. So this is the summary of the path loss for 3 different frequencies. So here is the for phantom, and this is for the, it's actually the mimicking the fat, mimicking the tissues actually. All right, so what is the phantom? All right, so this is the phantom. So phantom consists of solid, semi-solid, and liquid type. So for my study, I will prefer to the semi-solid so that we can develop some phantom that's stretchable, flammable, and also we can some sort of elastic in order to mimic the real human body. So nowadays, not so much research has been done for the phantom that has those criteria. So I also propose something that we can, we can do some idea exchange on how to improve the phantom development. So that is actually the key point on this talk. And also actually why we need to have phantom, because we need to save 100 million animals killed every year because of this experimentation. If we have a flexible, reliable phantom, then we can actually automatically can reduce the use of animals every year in order to apply to ourselves. So that is actually the important part. So here, this is the phantom that we use, and the comparison actually for this one, I just focus on the fat material. Okay, so maybe we get idea about how to develop the fat phantom, the reliable, flexible, and stretchable fat phantom, so that we can reuse in our experimentation, and also we apply for the application aspect in biomedical. So here we need to compare our phantom so that it will be near to the human, which is here on the purple line here. Okay. All right. So this is the benefit of using fat tissue in terms of distance. Okay, because we are only using our human body. So performance of course, compared to the skin, fat, compared to the skin and muscle and other organ, fat is the lowest losses that we can have in terms of communication part, and also in terms of capacity due to the low losses. Then of course we can have high bandwidth in terms of capacity, and in terms of security. Okay, everyone knows that our human body will consist of the skin, fat, and muscle. So fat will be confined into the skin and muscle, right? So fat will be secure by the, so we will sure that actually fat can be beneficial for other application. And of course, in terms of consumer, due to the high risk people, due to the elderly people, due to the the trend nowadays, right, for the health monitoring system and everything. So of course, the consumer are ourselves. We need to have a multi-sensor node in order to monitor ourselves, our life to be better. Okay, so here, this is the cross-sectional anatomy. Right, so I will zoom actually for this torso part, and then you can see this is the yellow one is the fat. So fat is actually omnipresent in our body. So if we place, for example, we place node in this part, so node 1 and node 2 will communicate with this in this path. And also we can propose the multi-node so that the node will select which one is the best path in order to communicate with our important organ. So this is actually a very fat IBC. So if we talk about the research collaboration area, so the idea was there. Okay, so this fat IBC was introduced on 2017, I start study about the fat IBC. So from 2017 until 2021, this fat IBC, I've already successfully published around 6 Q1 journal regarding to the fat IBC, and also more than 15 conferences only about this topic. So I believe that this topic will have a very bright future. In order, how can we apply that channel into our real application in medical perspective? So the idea was there, and now we want to prove the concept. So I already made a few experimentation in terms of how can we test the reliability of the channel, and also in terms of the bending, because the movement of the body. So that has been done carefully, and to ensure that our channel is reliable and ready to use for the application. And then one topic that we can focus on is the phantom development, because in order to do the experimentation, okay, nowadays we have like a step. First, we need to design an antenna, and then we do the experimentation on the phantom, and then we proceed to the animal. But if we don't have the reliable phantom, then how come we can test it in the animal? Then we will waste a lot of animal due to the lack of the phantom development. So that is actually a very crucial part in this medical perspective. Okay, and then we go to the prototype. In terms of prototype, they because the fat is actually they will actually cover all the important organ. Okay, so if we have like wearable application that can connect all senses in our body, that is actually very benefit to patient, or not only patient, only to us as a human. And we need to develop the multi-node system, and also in order to stand alone the antenna or sensor inside the body, of course we can open up the opportunity to study about the energy harvesting, how to harvest the energy to power up the antennas or sensor. Okay, and then of course nowadays is IoT, and then we can link to the mobile phone in order to get to know our health condition. And lastly, about the application, of course, we need to have like a medical practitioner in order to follow the standard of the, the device that we can implant it in our body. Okay, so about the future work, as I mentioned earlier, okay, so we will study about the torso measurement. So this has been done by me. So maybe if you later on you can snap the barcode so that we can know detail about that. And then also the body movement, or how the transmission coefficient will be affected by shaking the body or everything. After that, we will proceed to the animal trial. After we know that, okay, this is already reliable and it's stable enough, and then we can go to the human trial. So in order to do that, we try to study about multiple sensor inside the body. So, and also this application, there are many application can be applied by using fat, because fat is everywhere in our body. So you know, if we have more fat, that will be contribute to diseases. So I'm not saying that fat is bad, but fat is actually can help help to become a channel in our body. Okay, so I share. Okay, so this is sorry. Okay, so this is the demonstration on fat IBC.
Yeah. So both antennas are embedded into the fat layer. They are about 20 millimeters deep, and they are 10 centimeters apart right now. And we see that when I turn on this potentiometer here, we actually see movement in the motor on the other side. And all this information is going wirelessly through.
Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Badalia. We have another speaker from Dr. Riduan. Dr. Riduan.
Yes.
Yes. I think we can extend in our time schedule is we will finish
10:30, right?
10. Yeah. But it's okay. We can extend 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all right. Thank you. Please, another speaker from you.
Okay, Dr. Imran. Okay, Dr. Imran.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, it's
all right,
clear.
all right.
Okay,
Okay.
Dr. Imran, try to limit in 10 minutes, okay?
Okay, I try.
Caring about 5G.
Yeah, it's okay.
Can I able to share my screen?
Yes, can host make Dr. Imran to be co-host, please? Is it already there? No?
Yes. I can see.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Please, your time.
All right. So the slide is on air. I guess so. Right. So can you see the slide, Dr. Riduan?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, sure. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Misfa Susanto, and thank you also the organizer from our brotherhood universities and countries from Indonesia.
Right.
Okay. So we have quite what we call quite hubungan yang rapat between Malaysia and Indonesia. So yes, as Dr. Riduan mentioned to me, so I have to be what we call a quick and sweet for my presentation. So I try my best. So basically, it's all about the 5G activities in UTeM and the 5G activity scenario in Malaysia and what we are currently doing in Malaysia right now. Okay, so this is simple some background about me. So now I'm heading the microwave research group in UTeM and also the coordinator for the 5G research team. So where my responsibility is to nurture the 5G activities in my campus, in my university, as well as to participate at the national level in the 5G research activities. Right. So we have supervised quite a number of the postgraduate students as well as the undergraduate students, and I joined UTeM in 2005 November. So I think this is about 16 years my service in this institution. All right, and we do also have a collaboration also with the South Korea, with the Indonesian university. Like myself, I'm close to the one of my colleagues in the university, UNISUSKA, University Islam National Sultan Muhammad Sharif Qasim, if I'm not mistaken, the names, right? Okay, so overall in governance, yes, the Malaysia has the MCMC, which is Malaysia Communication and Multimedia Commission, which is this is the bodies that govern the frequencies and the multimedia and multimedia issues in Malaysia, and this bodies has come up with several blueprint document to govern the agenda of the multimedia and for the next generation in Malaysia, right? So, and one of the bodies that under this MCMC is the MTFSB, Malaysia Technical Standard Forum Berhad, where we are one of the members to this institution. And just now, Dr. Riduan has mentioned that we obtained one of the grant from the MCMC, which is from this body. So this is the one of the event that we have in MTFSB beside the regular meeting, I think the weekly meeting with them, right? So this is the working group that we have at that platform to govern the telecommunication issues in this country, in Malaysia. So I'm members with the IMT and Future Network, which is focused on the 5G issues. And one of these activity of this technical group is we come up with the technical code that which has to be it's going to be a guideline to the industry in telecommunication, and also this is the technical code that has to be complied by the industry when they are wanted to deploy or wanted to develop equipment or the devices that are related to the wireless communication, specifically for the 5G. Right, so this is the series of technical code document that we already come out for the 5Gs, and there are many more under the progress. Okay. So yeah, I think in Malaysia institution, we have started this 5G activity for the last 5 to 6 years, and we are the first our seminars, awareness seminars in UTeM was 2016 by Professor Dr. Tariq. I think he is the father of the wireless communication in Malaysia. I can say that. And he is the pioneer for the 3G working group committee that was back in 2000, 4G, and now it's a 5G. And he's now served as the advisor to the Malaysia Communication and Multimedia Commission. So he came, we invited him to our place, and we give him, we allow him, we allow him to share some ideas on the 5Gs, and then after that in 2018 we have our own what we call the seminars, and as you can see from here, this is our late colleague, which is almarhum Dr. Reza. He is from UNSRI. So he was in the 5G working group committee in Indonesia. So in 2018, he came to our place, and he presented the 5G activities in Indonesia. So beside the other speakers, this is from KISAT Technology. And alhamdulillah, we got a very good input from him, but unfortunately, I think Allah lebih sayangkan dia. So we hope that dia berada di sebaik-baik tempat di sisinya lah, insyaAllah. Right. So this is the speaker from the Spain, Mr. Gracia. He's passing by this region, and we kidnapped him from the Singapore to our campus to share his ideas and update the technology at that particular time with our campus. So this is a series of seminars, and also in Malaysia we have a IEEE Communication Society active in promoting the 5G, and I myself has conducted a talk, a forum on the 5G test and measurement challenge with the industry, which is we call the KISAT, Road and Shores, and also the RF station at that time, to have a forum about the 5G in Malaysia, 5G scenario in Malaysia. Yes, we have a 5G center here, which is a collaboration with UTeM and Ericsson Malaysia. And we have also the MoU with UTeM on the 5G research collaboration. So means that in Malaysia we are in the streamline, in the main streamline mainstream in a 5G research together with the industry as well as with the established institution. Yeah, this is our research facilities at UTeM. We have this anechoic chamber, can be operated from 1 to 12 gigahertz frequency, where we can have the sub 6 gigahertz frequency for the 5G spectrum. But if you want to measure the millimeter wave, which is 26 gigahertz and above, then we have to go to our partner laboratory, UTeM. They have that facilities up to 40 gigahertz. We have the vector network analyzer, spectrum analyzer, and also the signal generator up to 26.5 gigahertz. And we do also have this is a handheld network analyzer up to 8 gigahertz, if I'm not mistaken. And I think our lab is quite popular before pandemic because we actively receive a lot of visitors from the schools, from the polytechnic students, as well as from the university and industry. They would like to see the facilities that we have here. And we do also have a good collaboration with CeTRI Malaysia, where we are offering the competency course, certificate of competency course, which is we name it as a CeTRI RF and microwave industry ready student certification program. So this program, the student has to enroll and have to learn on how to design the circuits using the tools, the simulation tools, and also they need to do the measurement using the vector network analyzer to verify the design. And they have a test, they have to undergo the test, and it's quite a rigorous process. And when they pass, then they will be awarded the certification. And the beautiful part of this certification is the name will be appear in the KISAT HQ, right? KISAT HQ portal. So as you can see, this is the alumni names, which is already been awarded the certification. And this is the universities that participated offering the KISAT certification program. US, Canada, UK, Germany, Russia, and South Korea and Malaysia. We are the first institution that been allowed by KISAT Malaysia to offer this program. This is for undergraduate program. I think since Indonesia is not yet there, I think Indonesia also can apply with KISAT, maybe KISAT Indonesia, to offer the certification program. So maybe you can have a discussion with the KISAT Indonesia on how to offer this program, because this is it's a global education program by KISAT. Okay, so we do also have a good collaboration with the industry. As Riduan said, this is with the U-Mobile, where we obtain a grant together with the U-Mobile. This is the MCMC grant. And we also plan to offer bachelor to degree, bachelor technology in wireless communication 5G. This is with collaboration with ZTE China. So we already have a series of meetings, including the board of study panels, where we invited all the experts from the industry and academia to give input on how to run this program. About the publication, yes, we do have some of the series of publication on the 5Gs. So as Dr. Riduan said, that we are now working hard to highlight ourselves in the reputable and the flagship journal in the IEEE, the Q1, Q2 journals. And I do also have a publication with my colleagues with the UINSUSCA, Dr. Teddy Purnamirza. So he is formerly one of the deputy dean at one of the engineering school over there. So this is the research that we carry out together, and I believe, and we will also invite the university, your university also to have a good collaboration with us in this area, inshallah. So this is my publication. So please feel free to go to my website where I have a series of my publication over there. And I think recently, recent years, we have published quite a number of papers, articles in the 5G field of studies. All right. So this is also my personal website where I share my. There are a video, my public lecture. There are some video about the 5G, about the what you call the supervision. Right, because I already graduated 2 PhD students under graduate on time period. So I share my tips on how to supervise the postgraduate student for the graduate on time period, and also my tips on doing PhD for those going to further their study for masters and PhD. So what are the tips for you? I think from my perspective, so I have here the videos link in this my public lecture link, right? So this is my our supervision project postgraduate supervision as well as undergraduates, and also the publication, right? Yes, this is our research group. Which is a micro research group. Please feel free to like our Facebook. We normally update our activities in our Facebook. All right, I think that's all my short and sweet sharing.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alhamdulillah, we done. Okay. With the sharing session from UTeM side. Okay, so I think now we can open for Q&A session.
Yeah, before we start question and answer, there is some participant asking about the material. Can you please share with me? Just collect to Dr. Riduan and then send it to me, please. And then I will. Yeah, if you like, if you can, please. Yeah. So we have a question and answer about the 10 minute or 15 minute from the audience. Is there any question? Just raise your hand. It's quite interesting. Everything is from Dr. Sani, from Dr. Badaria, Dr. Imran is quite interesting. And yeah, the facilities is quite advanced. We in the future, we would like, it is, I like to come to Malacca, I think.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
We are looking forward.
Yeah, we have, Dr. Ageng. Dr. Ageng is a lecturer from our department. He is research area is about microelectronic, I think. So please ask Dr. Ageng.
Thank you.
Stay until the end. We have the discussion. Yeah, please.
Thank you very much for Dr. Misfa Susanto. First of all, I want to introduce myself. My name is Ageng Satnawara Priyanto. I have a small question for Dr. Muhammad Riduan Ahmad. Yeah, because in your presentation, I look Dr. Abu from Sriwijaya University.
Yeah, Abu Bakar.
Abu Bakar, yeah.
Yes, collaboration.
I think you, I think with Miss Professor Zainuddin Nawawi too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Ageng got his undergraduate from Sriwijaya.
Yes, I have done research about lighting, but as long time ago. Yeah, no, my focus on electronic and non-destructive testing.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but I'm interested with your presentation because I look your research. I mean, my question is, what data is needed regarding in relation to climate change? I mean, relation between lighting and climate change. I want to, because long time ago, I helped Professor Zainuddin Nawawi make a sensor with two plate like that, two plate with, I look at your presentation. Yeah, but at the time, I just collect number of lighting like that, and then frequency. But I don't know what the relationship between the data with climate change. I think this is my question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Agan. Okay, so basically we like our collaboration with Unsri, with Pak Zainuddin, with Pak Abu. It's very long collaboration since UTeM in Malaysia. So also with the rector of Unsri, Anis. Yeah, so because it's collaboration, it's a relationship like 20 years ago. So it's continue. Okay, so it's good to know that you did your study in Unsri also. And okay, so regarding the sensor, actually we are using the same sensor as Pak Zainuddin used, the parallel plate, right? The antenna. So in mining, everyone use that antenna. We call it fast antenna system. Okay, so everyone in mining around the world use that one. Okay. So how basically that's related with climate change? Okay. So for lightning to happen, basically it requires certain conditions, meteorological conditions, such as certain humidity level and also certain temperature on the land surface and on the ocean surface. Okay? So that's why in the high latitude region, like we call like northern area, Sweden, Norway, and also Alaska. Okay, when we have a very cold temperature, usually the lightning is very rare. Okay, because the land is cold, the ocean also cold. Okay. But global warming basically increase the ocean surface temperature, let's say by 1 degree or 2 degrees. So the increases from 1 degree to 2 degrees is really significant because it will make it the ocean surface hotter and more humid. So when the ocean surface becomes hotter and more humid, the cloud easily form. So it can form cloud. So that cloud can produce lightning. Okay, so that's how we correlate between lightning occurrence with the cloud with the ocean surface. Ocean temperature surface. So if we have more lightning activity in, let's say, in Antarctica, so that means the ocean surface temperature is getting higher. So it's like this. 0.1 degrees Celsius increases is significant in global warming. 1 degree means catastrophic. I mean, so if you increase to 2 degrees, that means there is no way back to the normal temperature. So lightning activity is like an indicator of global warming activity. Yeah. So that's how it correlates.
So in this case, number of lighting or no?
Yes,
Number. If the in my mind, if the lighting increase, so this is indicate the temperature to be high like that.
Yes. So,
okay.
So,
Thank you.
Yes, we correlate with the temperature, and also like we observe hailstorm. Like in Malaysia now, I think also I read some hujan batu. We call hujan batu. It's not water anymore. It's like hail. So now in Malaysia,
in Indonesia as well.
Like at Tangkuban Perahu Bandung. Bandung, Indonesia. Yes.
So you have that. Before this, we never heard about that.
Right.
Yeah, but now because of the global warming, we have that, and the hills related with the lightning. So that's how we monitor global warming from lightning perspective.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Dr. Riduan.
Thank you, Dr. Riduan. Actually, it's quite interesting from all of lecturer from UTeM, from Dr. Sani, from Dr. Badria, Dr. Imran. It is I have some in 2017 to 18 I have Newton Fund. You know Newton Fund project about healthcare services, and it is quite close to Dr. Badaria and using IoT quite close to Dr. Sani, and we using 5G. It's quite close to Dr. Imran, so it is quite interesting to come to your place. I will have a plan to come next year probably if pandemic. The problem is the border regulation. It is strict from Malaysian government now.
Still, we cannot go out.
It's quite strict now. Yeah, it's quite strict now because Indonesian education Ministry of Education, we have international mobility award for students from university, and some of them has to come to Malaysia, but it's delayed to next year or after the pandemic, I think. Yeah, but some students want to come to other country, they still come, and we have I think we have because the time according to the schedule we have to choose the top 3 questionnaire. I give to Dr. Riduan to choose 3 questionnaire. Who if you can remember, host, can you please share the note for the questionnaire if you have?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I remember, but I need to recall the question.
Yes. And after this, we have the participant need to fill the quiz and the top 3 quizzes also, and after that we continue with the discussion with MoU collaboration, and I hope the lecturer from Unila, University of Lampung, please stay here. Like host, can you please share the name for who has raised the question, please?
So I need to choose number 3, number 2, number 1, right?
Yeah, top 3. The actual the price value is same. But
okay.
It's okay. There's only 3 people. 3 people.
Okay. I will choose based on what I remember, the good question.
Yes.
Okay. I think the first one is regarding the mobile exchange.
Mobility. Yeah. It is from Nusapati Dwipa. Okay. This is if you go to chat room, somebody has shared the question.
Okay.
People and the question. Just choose 3.
Okay. I think the first one, Novan.
Novan, okay.
University conducts student exchange.
All right. Okay, that's good. Novan. We call Pak in sir for sir in Indonesia. I think you know Pak Ageng.
Ageng. Pak Agam also
No, I think the student. No, for the lecturer, no. It's all.
Okay, I let Dr. Imran, can you choose one? I choose one already.
I think Dr. Riduan can invite me to UTeM.
Yeah, we go together. We go together as a team.
Okay.
Yeah, we are looking forward. We are looking forward
Alright.
for you to come.
Yes, Dr. Riduan. I can choose one, which is how does we can do a collaboration together. Right. So as what we have experienced with the Dr. Teddy from Suska. So I'm sorry, do you hear my voice or do you hear some other voice from my microphone?
Yeah, I hear some.
Because I think my wife is also talking too.
Right,
So,
okay. Right.
I give a chance to Dr. Riduan first. Then after this, I will answer that question.
Okay, so we are still selecting another two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Imran, do you want to choose one question for top three? They have a prize for that.
Yes, the collaboration with the how are we going to do global collaboration, right?
Which one?
I think the question from the okay, I think Ifamida, I think some of the question, right?
Yeah, the second.
Okay, so how UTeM organize learning during pandemic? Now, I think during pandemic we do online classes. So if you enroll our program in UTeM, also I think this is I think quite what we call a good chance for everybody of us without having to travel to cross the borders. We still can participate with the learning process by having the online platform. But of course, when we are doing research, there will be some issues because research in certain situation you have to come to the university, to the lab to do the experiment, right? But my experience with Suska, my colleague has supervised their students over there in antenna design, but they don't have facilities to fabricate and measure the antenna. They only have the simulation, the simulators to simulate the antennas. So what they did is they give us their files, simulation files, and then we help them to fabricate and to measure the antenna. Okay, in certain cases, they hire one of the company in Malaysia to fabricate for them, and then they ask that company to send to us the antenna, and we do the measurement and verification in our lab, right? So from there, you can see that we have quite a numbers of joint publication together. So if you have a project in the antenna design and you don't have facilities to fabricate or to do the measurement, yes, you can send to us, and I think this is a way of collaboration that we can do together, right? So this is for the antenna, and I think not for the antenna. I think we do also have the other areas such as the filters, power amplifiers, right? And any microwave devices that we can do the prototyping and also doing the measurement, right? And how you can build many projects, collect student invites to collaborate with the project. Yes, we invited those students from abroad also to be part of the project. And I think from Suska, I have received I think quite a numbers of students. They visited Malacca even though we told them you don't need to come here, we can do the measurement to you. We can help you to do the measurement, but the students wanted to learn on how the measurement process and how to use those equipment because they don't have that in the universities, right? I think the Universiti is somewhere in Riau. Riau is only about half an hour or 2 hours traveling by boats to Malacca. They came to Malacca and they are there together with us performing the measurement, and they learn how to use those equipment. So I think this is some of the joint activity that we can do together with universities of Lampung, and I believe that this is not limited to my area. It also can be done in other areas as well.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So I discussed with my colleagues in UTeM, so we chose Irfan Mirda, Novan, and Rasidindo for that top 3.
All right. Thank you very much. I read from your chat room as well. Thank you very much. So I think for sharing session, we have already time out, and yeah, before our discussion for MoU initiation, we have I written to Master of Ceremony first because they have a quiz, something like that, and after that we will come back with the MoU initiation. Yeah, thank you very much for your sharing, Dr. Riduan, Dr. Sani, and Dr. Badaria, and Dr. Imran. I think it's quite interesting, very interesting topic, all of you. Okay, thank you very much, and I return it to Queenie, Master of Ceremony.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Before we continue the agenda, we have a quiz and door prize session. Before that, I will inform you for the top 3, the best questions. You can contact this number, committee, as to confirm your cellular account for the door prize that you get from as the best question. And now we move to the next agenda, the quiz session. The quiz session, maybe the committee can share the link for Kahoot link to access the quiz, and the top 3 of the quiz answers will be given our door prize again. So the committee maybe can share the link. Before we close this agenda today. Yeah, we will wait for the link for the committee. Share the link. Yeah, once again, for Irfan, for Novan, and Raselindo can contact our committee, Anissa, in WhatsApp message. to confirm the price. So we will wait the link first. Oh yeah, Noven. Okay, so Irfan Mirda, Noven, and Raslindo. Okay, Noven. I think our committee that has the link had a problem with his connection. I will try to contact him first. Sorry for the time. Yeah, maybe our committee that has the link had a trouble with his connection or something.
Right. So
Yeah,
what is
maybe
the plan? What is the plan B for you? For the committee? Do you have plan B?
we at first
Yeah.
we have a
You have group, I think, for participant. You can share there, and I think we skip this quiz.
yeah.
And
I think
you
we
can
did
share
that.
in the group. Or
So I have an idea, sir. How about any participant want to conclude what they can understand about this Zoom meetings or something like that? Maybe any participant will present
right.
the conclusion.
Testimony.
Yeah.
Something. Okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. It's all right. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Only
Maybe
3 minutes.
you can raise hand. You can raise hand first.
Yeah,
Maybe someone.
Yeah, is there any participant who will say the opinion?
Yeah,
conclusion.
or opinion about the
Yeah.
material.
Yeah, 3 minutes, please. Okay. No one. And we'll get the person will get the door prize also.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah. All right. Okay. One. Anyone?
Anyone
Nobody.
maybe from University of Lampung, maybe?
Nobody. This side to stay. Okay.
Only for student, Mr. Misfa.
Just as only for student. All good. Dr. Ageng. It's okay.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Ageng
Thank
will
you.
say something. No. Yeah. If nobody, then we skip. We can close. Queen. We can close for this. Thank you. Yeah. I forgotten to inform to our UTeM team that this event is actually I delivered to my student to organize. So all of the committee is a student to learn how to organize this webinar. Thank you very much for my student to very good, excellent work for this organizing webinar. So, Queenie, can you close the?
All right.
If you, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can close this lecture or sharing session, and I'd like to continue with the MoU discussion with the UTeM team. Yeah, I think, is it close? Would you like to say any closing remark, Queenie?
Yeah. For finally, we come to the end of this conference. To close this event, let's reciting Hamdalah, Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. And I'm Queen Intan Filia as master ceremony today. I'm so sorry for all mistaken that happened today, and I also open much maybe suggestion for anybody wants to suggest anything about this conference or this discussion. And once again, thank you very much, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah, so I take over from Queenie to Master of Ceremony. We would like to have collaborate the brainstorming the ideas how to do the collaboration activities and what we can do together. And anyone who want to stay, please stay. I mean, the lecturer, I think I said that I like to ask the favor from them to stay here from University of Lampung. And yes, I think Dr. Riduan can moderate or let me.
Okay, so I think both of us can moderate this for discussion. So I think I will start with our experience with UNSRI, how we initiate the MoU. So we can have like a guide how we want to proceed to MoU. Okay, so first of all, the MoU basically will cover the 3 parts. Okay, first the teaching, second the research activity, and the third is like a social activity. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So usually in the MoU, like with UNSRI, we detail all the three parts. Okay. For the teaching, we highlight about the mobility, the exchange program.
Yeah, exchange student. Yeah.
Yeah. So we in the mobility program we can say like a non-credit program and also credit program. So we make it detailed. So like for the credit transfer, okay. So for how semesters, and we can also discuss what possible subjects that both universities can transfer credit. So we can discuss that. Yeah,
that's good. Yeah. Normally in our university is MoU is signed by our rector or vice chancellor. It is possible from your university also sign that from vice chancellor.
Yes.
Yeah. Then MoU is what we call payung hukum, the cover legal cover for the university. Then we can break down the letter of agreement at the faculty level. It is normally is who is in charge for the our department, for example, in charge for to run the program, and it is there is two letter. I think I will probably for that it takes time. I mean I will draft and I will consult to the international office. They are in charge to get signature from our rector, and then I will send it to you. If you agree, then we exchange the letter and get the signature, and after that probably we can we can draft the detail for the a letter of agreement at the university faculty level. And yes, because in Indonesia actually we Ministry of Education we offer some grant normally for the student mobility, and we can in Indonesia now we have Kampus Merdeka. Is the like what is it independent campus? Yeah, it is like every the university let their student to take to do mobility overseas or regional for 2 semester, I think 2 semester, and it can come from other discipline, also from other field, like like mechanical engineering can take the course offered by electrical engineering if it is possible. Like biomedical is quite wide in our universities. It can come from medical faculty, and it can come from a mechanical. Yeah, if then I'm hoping that our activities can cover the grant if we can apply. And the other interesting activities is like joint supervision. It is if we can get grant. I mean, in our university there is some young lecturer. They don't have a PhD degree, but they have already as employee in our like as a lecturer, but we need they are young, but we need to send them to go to encourage them to have to get to take a PhD degree, whether it is overseas or regional in Indonesia, but it is better to take overseas from my side. So if it is if we can get a grant for that, I mean, I know it is. We need a lot of money to send overseas. So I mean, if we can get like research grant, then can cover them to take a PhD degree in UTeM, then we can joint supervision for them. It is good also.
Yes.
What do you think, Dr. Riduan?
Okay, so first I will tackle about your information. Okay, so like the MoU in UTeM is not between one faculty and one faculty. So from my experience when we signed it, it's like even though the caretaker will be our faculty at KPK, so we are the caretaker, but the MoU is valid for other faculties also.
Yeah.
So as you mentioned that if the students from, let's say, mechanical wants to come to UTeM, they can use the MoU. Yeah. So there's no problem for that. Okay.
Okay.
That's one thing. Yeah. So it's a university level. It's not faculty level. So the MoU valid for all faculties.
Right.
That one thing. Okay. The second thing is regarding like if your young staff wants to do PhD work in UTeM.
Yeah.
Okay, we from my experience, I have one Indonesian PhD student from Jakarta. He's a part-time lecturer in UI, Universiti. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a part-time mode. Okay, so they can register as part-time. So we can meet like for one semester only once. So they have to come only once to UTeM.
Okay.
So most of the research will be meeting online. Okay?
Right.
So if I mean the student need to fabricate something, so he can come spend like 2 weeks to do the fabrication and everything in our lab. So that's the possible mode for your young lecturers actually. So they don't have to stay in UTeM in Malacca, no.
All right, that's good.
Yeah, and also like if you remember Wiwin, so for Wiwin also, basically we plan like she need to do something maybe on the fabrication, so she will come to UTeM to do the fabrication.
Oh, okay, good.
So like maybe 2 weeks. So from our experience, with Dr. Abu, his students, so they are doing simulation and everything, but they don't have the lab to fabricate. So the students came 2 weeks, so we teach them how to do that, and they do by themselves the fabrication until they get the sensor.
Yeah.
So
also, yeah, that's good. Yeah, we will draft it and write on the MoU. I think just the what is it, the main sentence or something that cover all of them. Yeah, and also the double degree, if it is possible for us to do. I mean, I can if there is a possibility, then we will cover that double degree. As you mentioned in your presentation, I think you have a double degree. It is new program from university. From your university.
That's for master, but for undergraduate, Dr. Sani, do you have any?
Yeah, we have. It is for master student. How long is master study in your university? It is for semester.
Usually for that one is for third course. Is for 1 year.
For 1 year.
1 year. 1 year, three semesters.
Oh, it's same as like in UK.
Yeah.
In UK, yeah, master talk program. Yeah, in our country, master program, we have master program in Lampung. But it takes our curriculum. We design. Oops, sorry, Pak Saudi. Wait a minute. Assalamualaikum, Pak Saudi.
Ada kita ada ni tak? Info tak kalau the undergrad double degree yang Jepun tu Fukushima tu ada?
Kita tak sampai level double degree, it's not up to double degree macam yang master program tu for undergrad, more like exchange mobility je.
Okay, Dr.
Sorry
Misfa,
to interrupt you. We are Professor Saudi Samusir, if you know. He come from our department, but he got PhD from Malaysia. I don't know the university name, UTeM or UTeM, probably. He will join. Actually, he was lab mate with Abu Bakar, Pak Abu Bakar.
Oh, okay. So must be in UTeM.
UTeM, all right. Professor Saudi Samusir. No?
I don't remember. If
he was
his face maybe.
Yeah, he was working Saudis. Wait a minute, he has already joined. Yeah, already joined. Assalamualaikum Pak Saudi. Prof Saudi. Can you hear me?
Ya, Misfa. Suaranya masuk.
Nah, masuk. You like to say in English or Malaysian?
I think I in speaking in Malay.
All right. Okay, please. Can host pin Pak Saudi? Host?
Hey.
Yes.
Apa ini kok? Halo?
Yes, your voice is clear. Suaranya terdengar Pak Saudi.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just talk about how we do collaboration and what activities we can make it collaboration. I mean, apa kegiatan yang bisa kita tempatkan di ini di MoU nantinya gitu. Pak Saudi mungkin ada ide atau bagaimana? Silakan Pak Saudi, Prof Saudi.
Ya, sebelumnya saya ucapkan selamat datang di Kan Unila walau via Zoom. Saya cakap bahasa in Malaysia ya, bahasa. Asal saya juga alumni dari UTeM. So, selamat pagi, Dr.Mohd Riduan Ahmad, Dr.
Badaria, Dr. Sani,
Dr.
Imran,
Ahmad Ibrahim, Dr. Badaria Hasan. Okay, and ada lagi?
Ya ini 4 orang dari UTeM.
4 orang ya, Dr. Nur Badaria Hasan. Oke. Jadi jam nih saya juga punya college di UTeM, UTeM Malacca, Alzani Zidin. Oke, di FKI.
Oh, oke. Prof, dulu di UTeM di lab mana, Prof?
Ya.
Dulu di UTeM di lab mana?
Masa di UTeM saya di lab FKI, Power Electronic. Ada Alim Yatim.
Oh, oke.
Tahun bila tu?
Ya, salah.
Tahun bila, Prof?
Ya.
Tahun bila tu?
Saya ke sana tahunnya sama dengan Alzani, Dr. Alzani Jidin. Masa itu kita sama-sama dekat Mal tuh
2009, 10.
2007 sampai 2007 hinggalah 2010.
2007, 2012 ya, Prof Saudi.
Ya, 2007, 2010 hingga 2013 pun saya masih ke sana, jadi juga.
Oh itu Dr. Imran pun PhD di UTeM tuh, di WCC dengan Prof. Tarik.
WCC, Prof. Tarik ya.
Ya, Dr. Reza almarhum tu kenal lah kan?
Ya.
Dr. Reza itu
Dr. Reza
yang di teknik komputer ya, yang di Unsri ya.
Ada apalah, ada join riset waktu itu, ada saya ikut tim di punya riset lah masa saya ke sana. Oke.
Ada kawan-kawan saya yang sudah jadi ahli parlimen di Indonesia pun ada tu Pak Mawardi ya.
Unri ya Pak. Unri ya. Riau.
Ya.
Mawardi.
Pak Mawardi sudah jadi ahli parlimen di sana kabarnya.
Ya.
Sangat dekat kita. Saya di UTeM tu ramai kawan-kawan dari Indonesia yang juga buat postgrad di sana. Dulunya jumpa sebagai pelajar, student, sekarang dah berjumpa sebagai pensyarah ahli akademik.
Iyalah. Masa Dr. Imran di apa? WC tahun bila?
Saya di WCC daripada master sampai PhD. Master saya tahun 2001 hingga 2004. Selepas tu saya buat PhD hujung 2010 sehingga 2014.
Masa yang bersamaan lah.
Lebih kurang. Dr. Azani itu lebih kurang satu batch lah.
Ya, cuman tak selalu jumpa pasal beza dia punya makmal kan.
Ya betul. PhD ni dah masuk ada gua tersendiri.
Dia jadi hari-hari Kak Makmal tu.
Ya.
Oke, jadi macam mana Pak? Apa? Ini mungkin
kita sedang bicarakan itu MoU-nya Pak, mau merencanakan MoU dan aktivitasnya. Nah kebetulan I'd like to introduce Professor Saudi is now is Director of Postgraduate Study in UNILA. It cover all the whole university. He can take decision to order the other faculty. Yeah, please. Prof Saudi bisa memberi saran gitu untuk aktivitasnya itu.
Sudah.
Yang kami tadi berpikir pertama adalah education, research and social activities. And untuk riset kita jika memungkinkan dapat mencari grant untuk mengirim membuat dosen-dosen muda untuk ambil PhD di UTeM dan join supervisi. Kemudian untuk yang pendidikan itu kan ada mobilitas sekarang dari dikti kita dan barusan untuk double degree, tapi ternyata double degree hanya untuk master di UTeM dan baru mulai ya Riduan, Dr. Riduan baru mulai direncanakan ya.
Iya betul.
Kemudian ya belum sampai yang sosial, baru 2 itu. Untuk MoU-nya nanti kita level universitas baru ke PKS perjanjian kerjasama level fakultas untuk lebih bawahnya. Nanti mungkin draftnya saya akan coba bertukar email dengan Dr. Riduan untuk sampai final draftnya itu. Baru menghubungi kantor International Office untuk tanda tangan rektor. Begitu Pak Sudi. Tapi yang ide-ide untuk riset pendidikan dan sosial tadi kira-kira kita apa selain yang sudah disampaikan tadi. Gitu, silakan. Ya, kalau ada Pak Saudi untuk ngasih ide.
Ya mungkin misalnya MoU ini saja Pak Misfa, ya normal aja, yang itu kan standar ya, standar aja. Sementara standar riset tadi disebutkan tadi, saya pikir sudah bisa mewakili. Jadi karena sekarang banyak juga apa yang penting kan global apa namanya umum saja riset, tapi ya, nggak usah banyak dulu, nanti yang penting kan kegiatannya
Ya betul.
Bisa dilaksanakan, karena rancangan banyak ini tapi nggak jalan juga percuma, apalagi sosial dan sebagainya. Pasal ini kan kita masa COVID ini juga mungkin semuanya online gitu kan.
Iya.
Kita tak tahu kalau Malaysia macam mana nih COVID nih. Apa
ya masih lockdown Malaysia ya. Tahun ini is it close your border until next the end of this year? Is it tutup? Oh ya. Berarti kami belum bisa ke sana tahun ini ya. Belum. Oke.
Tahun depan insyaallah, tahun depan.
Insyaallah ya, kalau berkurang ya gitu ya.
Pak Misfa ke Jakarta aja susah, apalagi dari Lampung ke Jakarta aja udah susah.
Iya betul.
Nak ke Jakarta pun tak boleh.
Ya
boleh.
Kena vaksin, kena tes dan sebagainya, jadi susah.
Sama.
Jadi masa COVID ini pun saya tak pernah ke Jakarta, pasal naik ambil pesawat terbang pun kena tes ini tes.
Betul.
Susah. Ya lah.
Ya. Baik, kayak sepertinya karena juga mau sholat Jumat di kami ya, tinggal bentar lagi. Mungkin itu ya Pak Saudi tadi. Dr. Riduan, I like to conclude. Probably we exchange the letter draft of MoU. Then till the final draft, then we take signature from our rector here and vice chancellor from UTeM, and then we, if possible, we draft also the letter of agreement, the what is it? The faculty level, so it cover faculty of engineering, because I think your university is engineering. You provide engineering education, so faculty of engineering in our university it more what is it? Yeah, it can cover all the activities. So yeah, I think that's quite good. Actually, I like to see an echoic chamber from Dr. Imran, because it's in Indonesia is quite difficult to find that facility.
Yes,
Yeah,
please come in.
I like to test something. I like to measure. Is it until a millimeter wave you use now?
No, for anechoic chamber we have until 12 gigahertz. But for the network analyzer, yes, we have until 23.5 gigahertz. But if you need to test up to millimeter wave, we can bring you to our collaborators. We have quite a few institutions that have that facility, which is UTeM, UTeM, and then UTeM. They have those facilities. I think the academic connection, then we can arrange that. Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay. Quite interesting. So yeah, it's already 11 nearly 11:40. So, is there anything you like to say, or Dr. Badaria and Dr. Sani, Dr. Imran? No. Yeah. I think. Or we can. Is it common in Malaysia if we communicate using WhatsApp?
Yes.
Is it common? Yeah. I think it's if it is possible, we can make a group WhatsApp between your.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will send my number to you.
Yes.
So we can. I will add.
Yeah.
Other colleagues.
Yeah. All right.
I think
that's
that more convenient. Sorry, that more convenient. Because right now we are working from home. I have 7 children in my house.
Good.
So it will be a bit noisy.
Okay. Right. All right. Okay. I think if there is nothing more, we are done today. Thank you very much, Dr. Riduan, Dr. Sani, Dr. Imran, and Dr. Badaria to come to Lampung virtually. And Professor Saudi joined to come for the MoU discussion. Thank you very much. And I'd like to close with Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you again next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Misfa. Dr. Prof.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you.
Siap. Jadi ini kan MoU ini nanti university levelnya kan. Jadi
ya betul.
Jadi kalau Dr. Sani ini dekat sana FKI juga atau fakulti apa? Fakultinya?
Okey, kalau di UTeM ada EE domain ni ada dua, satu FKI, satu FKKK. Jadi elektronik itu dipisahkan. Tapi MoU nanti kalau di UTeM kita kata implementation dia tu MoU tu cover satu universiti. Maksudnya boleh FKI, FKM semua boleh, tak ada masalah.
Oke, jadi join ke FKI seperti tadi mungkin boleh kontak Dr. Auzani Zidin.
Macam saya pun Prof, saya banyak buat high voltage juga. Jadi saya dengan Dr. Farhan, Prof kenal ya? Farhan. Tapi UTeM juga dulu tu.
Oh ya.
Tapi Prof Hussein, arwah Prof Hussein.
Iya, Prof Hussein masa saya ke sana dia ada ya. Allah ya alhamdulillah. Sekarang
Yeah, we will make a WhatsApp group then. Yeah, I'll see you again with. Thank you very much. It's nearly Juma pray. Thank you and see you again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum.
Yeah, you can. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.